Hi there everyone, Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update. It's currently the 14th of July 2012 and out here in the Western Pacific today we still are talking about this rainy season front stretching out of central and eastern China through the Korean Peninsula and then over towards Japan. And then later on in the update we're going to talk about a little area here just towards the west of the Philippines bringing some heavy rain showers there and also some heavy rain showers over the Marianas Islands due to an upper level low continuing to spin here. But first, let's dive into Japan because absolutely devastating floods have been continually reported across this region, even currently on radar. Here on Saturday afternoon, you're still seeing some of these heavy thunderstorms still flaring up there across the southern portions of the Korean Peninsula and also in northern Kyushu over towards the western portions of Honshu. Right in this area, actually, in the next 24 hours, you could still be seeing an additional 200 millimeters of rainfall, and this is on top of the already staggering amounts. Actually, in Kumamoto prefecture, you have seen absolutely incredible totals over the last 72 hours. When I say absolutely incredible, I'm talking about this number right here. This is Kumamoto. That's what the symbol means right here, and 813 millimeters of 8 centimeters of rainfall has fallen here in the past 72 hours. This is record-breaking for this area over the course of 3 days. And also, you have been seeing some reports at the same location, record-breaking rainfall over the course of just a 24-hour period as well. So just intense rains continuing to fall here. If we scroll up a little bit, you can see that same areas over the course of 1 hour periods in the past several days, you're seeing upwards of 188 millimeters, also record breaking. This particular one right here dates all the way back to 1976. So it's just staggering amounts of rain one after another, all due to this seasonal stationary boundary that's continuing to pound the air, which can be seen here on JMA's surface analysis. You have that front here, but also look at the direction of the winds. You have all these wind bars pointing in from the south off towards the north. That's pulling warm, moist air out of the East China Sea and the Pacific Ocean, and then as it hits this mountainous terrain in central Japan, it drops all that rainfall, squeezes it out like a sponge, and that's why you're getting some very staggering totals across this entire area. Well, now at least going into your Sunday, though, this should start to lift off towards the north, as shown here on the 48-hour outlook, going out into about the 16th. So going into about Monday early morning, you have this front continuing to lift off towards the north. Still might see some thunderstorm activity flaring up here, but at least it should start to at least ease off. Right around the Tokyo area, I don't think too much more heavy rain. You might see some light showers going in through your weekend, but at least on Sunday it should start to taper off. But still, more rain showers could very well be possible there in portions of Korea and also northern Kyushu. So at least it's starting to die down at this time, but yet again, you still might see some more rain showers, and that's going to just compound the situation and make it that much worse. And if we look actually at the TRIM satellite and the flood potential here from NASA, you can see that northern Kyushu is really still high at risk for flooding and landslides. So let's pull back the picture though and go back to the satellite imagery because I want to start to look towards the south, because also into Guam, you're going to be seeing some heavy rain showers here. It's all due to this upper level low that's starting to spin here, and it's working its way down towards the surface, and that is resulting in some rain showers across Guam. Actually, let's take a look at the radar imagery out of that region right now, because you are starting to see some showers push up, and it could bring some short time heavy rain. At this time, though, Guam does remain relatively clear, but I think that into the peak hours, which should be in the next 2 to 3 hours, you might see some showers flare up here, and also over towards Saipan as this moisture continues to rotate around the center of circulation. Now, I say an upper level low, it is working its way down to the surface, but even if we look at the 300 HPA analysis from JMN, 300 HPA, by the way, is about 30,000 feet up into the air. You can see that there is some wind barbs pointing in from the northeast right in here, and that's showing that center of circulation kind of rotating around it. So that's why I do believe this is more of an upper level low. You have that kind of cyclonic circulation in the upper levels. Also, I want to take a look while we have this chart up here at the upper levels up towards Japan, because you see these wind barbs up to about 50 to 60 knots. That's a jet stream, and that's also what's really helping some of these thunderstorms flare up across this region. It's creating that wind shear, thus you have stronger storms possibly. You get some rotation, and that means that even tornadic activity cannot be completely ruled out. The stronger wind barbs you have across this region, very similar to some of the weather you see out into the United States. So another thing you want to be watching here, but let's take a look at the model outlook with this upper level low, and also we're going to take a glance down towards the Philippines at that other region, because at this time both, I believe, bear watching. You have this upper level low, it's spinning there, and I remember last year we had several systems that kind of started off like this. They were more monsoonal gyres. I do think that this one over Guam is eventually going to slowly dissipate out at this time, though. It really is a track slowly off towards the north. It shouldn't gain too much intensity, decreasing wind or increasing wind shear, decreasing sea surface temperature should fade it out, but something still to be watching here. And also that area over the Philippines still bringing some heavy rainfall. There's that risk of low-lying flooding and also landslides, but as you can see on the GFS outlook, and not really too much coming out of this. And then let's go late to the end of the outlook, because nothing really significant looks like it's going to be developing into the long term. Really, one of the main features on this that I haven't mentioned quite yet is look over towards Indochina, the southwest monsoon, continuing to pummel this entire area, and actually some rain totals out of Thailand adding up to about 250 millimeters throughout the past several days, continuously one after another. So that is bringing that risk of some flash flooding for you. But that is all for right now, everybody. I'll end on the water vapor imagery today, just showing where some of the more moisture is into the atmosphere. This is actually an infrared imagery, but just one single bandwidth that really picks up the moisture, especially into the upper levels. But thanks again for watching, though. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, please post them in the comment box below. Also, if you have any suggestions on how I can improve these updates, I always am very open to those inputs. Really do appreciate the feedback. And also, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Western Pacific Weather, or follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Robert Speta. So I hope you enjoyed the update today and enjoy your weekend. All right.